it's Tamara Hunter again, and now it is day number 132 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service, and I have our service hero, and I'm going to have you introduce your name.
Okay.
You guys, I haven't said anything, but I was in a little fender bender earlier today, and so my head has just been hurting just a little bit, so forgive me.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Lori McNeil.
That's right, Lori McNeil. I am so sorry. I usually have even a little cheat sheet just in case that happens, but Lori McNeil. Let me tell you about Lori. I do know about Lori. I just sometimes, you guys know names and not necessarily my thing. And I was a headhunter. Isn't that funny? So anyway, Lori McNeil. This woman is incredible. She is a speaker. She travels internationally, and she is speaking, well, before she started speaking about what she's speaking about now, she has an engineering background, and she would speak about concrete, very linear, very, ABC, 1, 2, 3 type of topics to people that needed to have those very, very, those kind of programs. And then she decided to take a leap of faith, and go out there and went. And this is what fascinates me about her, is that she went from that to speaking about finding inspiration. And then she was telling about her inspiration, and she is going to help change the world. So I want to say thank you for what you're doing, and let's learn. Let's find out more. Let's talk. Yeah. So you are out there speaking. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually have been an international educator for over 20 years. And so I very much have been in a creative space as a curriculum designer, but also very linear with program outcomes, and PowerPoints and all very specific things in that space. And so now I've made this shift into continuing to travel globally, but really dropping from my head down into my heart.
I love it.
A lot more, and really speaking from the heart and using my creativity and my curriculum design in a completely different way, and using my entrepreneur skills in a completely different way to not only help businesses and help people reach higher levels of success, but I actually am in the process of designing a non-profit officially that will be absolutely focused around literacy. So I am a published author, and about 3 years ago I actually wrote my first children's book, and I have the third in a 10-book series coming out before Christmas, and I donate 100% of those books and 100% of those profits to schools and libraries globally, and will continue to do so because I have a true passion for literacy and the impact that increased literacy skills can have individually on families and communities, economic development, and just the ripple effect from that. Right. So the project that I'm on right now, that I'm developing the nonprofit around, will be specifically for purpose-driven, legacy-driven economic development projects globally. So I'm in the process of trying to narrow down the location of where my first school will be located. But I am in the process of building a literacy school, and within 5 years I will be taking my first literacy mission to that school. So the whole idea is to really empower people through literacy, have it be a special mentoring and literacy driven focus and trip, where I will be partnering up someone on the literacy mission with a local that attends the school, and they will be mentored and taught very, very intensely, build that relationship, because it's very similar to riding a bike in the fact that once you learn, then you have that skill for life. So when you have literacy skills, it really empowers you to open up the world and see things in a completely different way. So you have opportunities that now you're starting to explore that maybe you otherwise wouldn't have even thought about in your own community, in your own family, different things like that. And so it really is a foundational lifelong tool that has so much impact like just moving forward for that individual or for that community. So I'm very passionate about this. I'm very excited about this. As an educator, it's just been something that's been, kind of woven into my career. And I actually am a homeschool mom.
Oh,
and so
didn't know that. Wow.
Absolutely. And so my son now actually attends a kind of a smaller charter school, but I started out as a homeschool mom. And so when I started developing these children's books, to be honest, I didn't really know at that time how it was going to develop, how it was all going to develop and come together. And so I would just read my son the 85 different drafts that it took me to write the first book, and I would just have conversations with him, and it was really his reaction and those conversations and those questions that really helped me to develop that very first book that then really set the pace for the books since then and the books that will then be for the rest of the 10-book series. So I'm also very excited about this project because my son is 7, but it's going to be a very, very special project that as he gets older, he will learn more and more and more how he was a part of such an impactful project to help change lives with me.
Okay, so first of all, I'm sure and I want to recognize some of the people that have been coming on, and many people have come on. Welcome. A few comments. David Jones is in the house, and one of our Chemo Buddy for Life volunteers. She's a major volunteer, plus she is my Chemo Buddy for Life. Lisa, welcome. And hello. And I want to, first, I know they're wondering what is the name of the book series and the 2 books that are out right now, and when will the 3rd one be out, because we've got a lot of people that love to read here, and we got a lot of people to be getting books for Christmas, I'm sure. So what are, and when they are able to say that this book, and they can write it in there. You guys write this in there. If you can get these books for people and write it in there. This book is going to be going. The proceeds will be going so that people through the world will be able to read. Amazing gift. Okay, so what are the names of the books?
So the very first book is the foundational book, and it focuses on 5 main literacy strategies that I've actually designed and been teaching for years. That foundational book is called Charlie's First Day, and it's on Amazon and 29,000 other online bookstores. The second book is called Charlie's Outdoor Adventure, and it focuses on 2 of those 5, and it goes into a little bit of a deeper dive. The subsequent books in the series will focus on some combination 2, 3, 4 of the original 5 within the storyline itself. So this is what makes the I'm calling it my Charlie series.
I love it.
So this is what makes the Charlie series so different. So before I even wrote a single word with my foundational book, I actually did a little bit of research, a lot of research actually.
Sure.
Because I didn't want it to be just just another book that taught parents and teachers how to teach kids how to read. Mm-hmm. So in my research, I found that there was not a book that taught literacy skills within the storyline itself.
Oh, wow.
So the whole Charlie series is designed to be a fun, interactive book that teaches kids how to read within the storyline. So it takes wherever the skill level is. It can be the associations with pictures, it can be the fun activities that I've designed in the back, and the second book actually has many activities throughout the storyline. But it takes wherever their level is and helps them elevate that. So maybe they know how to read a little bit, maybe they know how to read pretty well, but it increases their vocabulary and their critical thinking skills. Maybe they kind of can pick out a few words. So the books are designed very, very intentionally to be a little bit more of a deeper dive to really, really teach the foundational literacy skills needed. It is not a typical children's book or a children's book series, meaning that even the illustrations that I've designed, I do have an illustrator, but I designed all of the illustrations very intentionally. They're very simple. This is not designed as a picture book. The illustrations are designed very, very specifically in order to help the child's brain soak in the information. And that's very important that people understand that. Because if people hear a children's book and they think, oh, it's going to have all these great pictures. The illustrations are great, and I love them. And I spent a lot of time designing them, but they really are designed to teach a little bit more of the brain science of how the child will learn as they look through the pictures, as they read it, as they make those associations.
Awesome. And so, okay, we have people asking now because they came in a little welcome. They want to know, okay, so the Charlie series, where do they find? Go to Amazon. Different booksellers, right? And go ahead and say your name again and spell your last name so that they get your last name correctly.
Yes, absolutely. My name is Lori McNeil, and my last name is spelled McNeil. And they are on Amazon right now, and the future books in that series will also be on Amazon.
Okay, because we do have a lot of international viewers, and so that's why I wanted you to spell your name, because I believe that they'll be able to access the books from on Amazon to be able to purchase them. Now, are they translated into any other languages yet?
They are not yet, but that is definitely something in the plan.
Okay, excellent. So right now, English, but in the plan, we're going to be getting some of the other languages out there. I want to just say that I am so amazed by you. Here you are. And I did ask, because I know that you guys are thinking the same thing. This woman is brilliant. She's very, very smart. And you are a double master's, and you are right now, you've been working on your PhD, but it's not quite finished. But that will be happening here in the near future at some point. So, yes, this woman knows what she's talking about. And then I love it when you take something so important, something that could be so complex, and you make it simple. You bring it down to a level where I could work with it. I could work with my grandchildren. I could work with someone that's maybe struggling with reading, because the thing I wanted to bring around in the circle is that the schools and the programs that you're thinking about doing in the next 5 years, these are not just for children. These are literacy programs. And so going into communities, and you were saying when people know how to read, it can change the way they feel about themselves, correct? Yes.
Absolutely. Literacy skills are so empowering. And I love, I've been teaching for a long time, and I love what I call the light bulb moment. And it's when someone has been struggling for so long to understand something or to gain a skill, and all of a sudden they light up and they get it, and they're so proud of themselves, and they're so empowered, because that their life has been forever changed by that flip of the switch and by that light bulb that you can see in their eye. And as an educator, that's incredibly exciting to me. It's one of the things that just drives me to continue to do what I do, because I know that skill is something that they will have forever. It's not something that they will lose. They will never think the same way. They will never approach problems the same way. They will never be the same person because of that skill, that internal skill that has forever changed them. And that is incredibly exciting for me. And I am a double master's. I have an MBA as well as a master's in education with a specialization in curriculum design and technology. And so I design all of my own stuff. I write all of my own stuff. It's very intentional. I also have a background in psychology, and I study a lot with neurolinguistics. And so even the illustrations are very, very intentional. They're very simple, but they're very intentional with the way that they are designed, even the placement on the page, the colors that I choose. Everything about this series is designed very, very intentionally. It absolutely comes from my heart. And I'm super, super excited about the impact that they're already making on the world.
Okay. Anybody that knows my grandkids, don't tell them. But, I know already because this is the perfect gift for the grandkids. My grandkids are at that age where I will feel so excited to give this to them as a gift and as a Christmas present. And I know that there's many of you that, when you think about that, something special to give to someone, and it doesn't have to be Charlie's, the Charlie's series. It might be something for children, but I have a feeling that if there is an adult that's struggling with reading,
absolutely,
I would think that they would be thrilled with receiving a book that they could actually be learning from. And it sounds like this is a series that would be able to have that happen. So anybody that knows someone that's struggling with reading, and we know so many of them, be it children, be it an adult, be it someone that you can send this book to a friend that maybe is in another country and is trying to learn English. Let's support this book, and the fact that she's giving 100% of the proceeds to a program that is going to be building a school to help a community that needs to learn to read. I think that you are just amazing. Just amazing. You're welcome.
Thank you. I love what I do.
You can tell, can't you? You guys, and so there's going to be so many that will be watching this in replay. Please reach out, get the book, and share it with a friend, and tell your friends about this. Share this video, because we can make a difference, and I love it. I love it. So thank you for what you're doing. And so I'm going to close, but before I do, we are here at the Embassy Suite in San Diego, and hey buddies, this is for you. Those that I always tell you, when I travel, I'm going to take you with me, and look at this. Okay, so we're looking down from the second floor, but look at this. There's the elevator going up, and all the rooms. Isn't it incredible? They're all the way up, and there's that elevator. So they all have balconies throughout this whole thing that looks down upon that area. That's for you guys. It's pretty cool, huh? Yes, it is. It's a beautiful location. So we're going to end day number 132 of 365 Days of Awesome. Celebrate success through service. I want to thank you, Lori. Guys, forgive me. I might post the picture of my car. It's pretty bad. It doesn't have a bumper. My car is bumperless now. Yeah, but I made it through the day, and she's been wonderful. She's been watching out for me, so I'll let you know. So, okay, Lori McNeil. Lori McNeil, I want to thank you for, my head, it's pounding. Thank you for the service hero that you are. Thank you for helping to take the education and the understanding that you have, that you have. You are gifted, and you're not holding that back. You are giving it to the world through this program. Guys, support it. Go out there, buy the books. The proceeds go straight into another literacy program, and by sharing these books, you are going to help to make it, and so that the world can read. Isn't that exciting? Thank you, Lori.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you guys, I am not going live anymore tonight, so I promise. All right, I will be seeing all of you tomorrow. Bye.